It's a bantamweight banger in the apex. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC on ESPN 31 between Rob Font and Jose Aldo. Font, who is riding a 4-fight winning streak, looks to be in top form with the New England cartel at his back. The focus has been showing through, and Font, whether it be through his patent jab at length or his underrated grappling ability, has really been putting all the pieces together, which he's really going to need to do this Saturday because he's facing former featherweight kingpin Jose Aldo. Aldo, since failing for a bid at the bantamweight title against Peter Yan in 2020, has put together two impressive wins, especially his last time out against Pedro Munoz, where Aldo took his boxing yet to another level, really staying active with the jab, pivoting, controlling the fight, and really just showing all those layers from body work to, yes, even the leg kicks that he will sprinkle back in now. It was just chef kiss if you are a Jose Aldo fan. However, he is getting older, and as we see with the betting lines are not exactly in his favor, as at the time of this video, the odds makers and public are siding with Font in the neighborhood of -150, with the comeback on your underdog Aldo in the neighborhood of +130. Now, to see Font favored again doesn't surprise me. This is something that typically happens in the MMA betting market. You kind of fade the old lion. But aside from that, there is some good reasons to pick Font and like his chances in this fight. He has the length and feinting and even, a bit of the suffocating nature that Holloway has, that perhaps he could replicate a Max Holloway-like performance against Jose Aldo. However, not only is not everybody Max Holloway, but I don't know if Font necessarily has the same building style and sensibilities that I believe are needed to deny Aldo the pockets that he needs to traditionally recoup. So for that reason, I feel like this is much closer to a pick'em fight, especially in the small cage that's going to force some exchanges, which could be good for Font if he's going for a pace-like attack, or it could be good for Aldo given his grappling edge and the fact that Font, just because he likes to strike, does not mean he is shy about trying to take things to the ground himself. In fact, you could argue it's a response to pressure of sorts. We've seen it work against him, in certain fights when he fought Pedro Munoz, and we actually saw a little bit of it the last time against Cody Garbrandt when Garbrandt was able to put meaningful pressure together in small pockets. However, I don't hate Font favored here, but I'm actually going to pick Jose Aldo. Both fighters are really good at the jab, two of the best bantamweight jabbers. Of course, plenty of good strikers to give a shine to, but these guys certainly deserve it themselves. However, in a battle of good jabbers, although you could argue Font perhaps jabs more, Aldo counters more. Not only does he counter more, he is hardwired and arguably predicates a lot of his counters for fighters who try to jab or throw straight shots with him. So for that reason, I actually like Aldo, and I feel like he's going to be able to find his traditional counters. It's a hard fight to pick. You could really make an argument for either fighter to finish in any of the rounds. However, if neither fighter finds that finish in the first, I believe that second round is going to tell us a lot about how this fight plays out. I'm officially going with Aldo by decision, but for potential paths to victory as well as stats and gifts and more, be sure to check out my in-depth breakdown over at MMAJunkie.com, where you can find results this weekend.